Hey guys, it's Kim the Crafty Nomad, and I thought I would do a new type of video. And y'all, it's janky. Y'all don't have the setup like most people do, but I thought I'd do a craft with me and do a shout out video. So here I'm just showing you some of the cards that I've made. I've been working on this project for my small group at church to create cards for a local skilled nursing facility or nursing home. And so I made some samples myself, and I'm just showing you the samples right now that I have made so far, because when we do this, I want to be able to show them what I've been able to create. And I have basically put together packets of all of these things so that people can make cards as well. So here's just another view of the cards, and I'm just gonna craft 3 more cards after I show you these. And while I'm doing that, I wanted to do some shout outs. I've been wanting to do a shout out video, and I want to do more shout outs because I've definitely been discovering different people. Today, some I have talked about, but I haven't done a formal shout out. So I want to do that today. And I'm just showing you the cards a little bit up close, and sorry that some of the stuff is out of frame, but showing you that white mat that I put on the inside where people can write a sentiment. And I'm just pretty much using old cardstock and holiday collections that I've had for years, and just using that. So now I'm going to start cutting up some things to add to the packet, because you can make pretty cards and not even buy anything other than the paper pack, because the paper pack has these cut aparts, and you'll see me using a lot of these cut aparts on the front of the cards, because for this particular project, I wanted to keep it simple. I actually do keep it simple when I make cards. I'm not like a huge card maker, and so I don't go all in. I do go all in when I'm scrapbooking. I like to put a whole bunch of stuff on a page, but for cards that you're going to put in an envelope and that we're trying to mass produce, I want to keep it simple. So just putting in, cutting these things up and adding them to the little packets that I have already made. So as I do this, I wanted to share with you guys some of the more recent, not recent, but some of the channels I've been watching that I really wanted to shout out so that you guys can get an opportunity to go and check them out, because there are a lot of people coming on, and I think a lot of times people think they don't have anything to add. There are so many people podcasting, but because we are all unique and individual, what we will bring to the table is also unique, or can be unique and very different from everybody else, just as long as we're ourselves. I think I believe it's a mistake to come on and try to be like everybody else. I think you need to come on and be who you are, because you are unique and individual, and I know there are things that everybody brings to the table that no one else is bringing. And so the people I'm going to talk about today, I'm just so glad that they jumped in. Some of them, and others, I'm glad that they all jumped in. But some of them I know a little bit more, quote unquote, big old air quotes, personally, because they have supported me. They have been on my lives. They have been watching my videos, commenting on my videos, part of my Facebook group. And some of these folks I just have discovered from Instagram. Other people have recommended them. And so I'll go ahead and get started as I continue to cut things. Eventually I'm going to start making a card. I think right now, though, before I do the shout out, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing here. I have one 12 by 12 sheet of paper, cardstock, and I am cutting off 1 inch to make it 11 by 12, and then I'm going to turn it. I learned this technique on how to get 3 cards from one 12 by 12 sheet. So this one I'm cutting at 4 inches wide, so it's 11 inches by 4. And then I'm going to take the rest of it and turn it and cut that in half. And you will see in a minute, I'm going to score them and show you how I get 3 cards. And these are card bases that I'm making. This is, I believe, my Martha Stewart scoring board. And it's the small one, which I think is really all you need, although I do have the big one. You really only need this one, I think, but who knows. So I'm scoring them, and then I'm going to fold them. Now here, I forgot, trying to figure out, wait a minute, where do I actually score this piece? I can't remember where to score it, and I'm just sitting here trying to figure it out. But I couldn't actually figure it out in that moment, so I am going to just decide to fold it in half without scoring it, because that's pretty much what I was going for. So I eventually figured out that I was supposed to score it at 4 inches here, because I did this one, then measured it, and then I scored the other one. Anyway, I'm using the bone folder to put the crease in really good, and that's that. So, getting on to the shout outs. The first one I want to shout out is a podcast called Piece for Piece Crafting Podcast. So I'm going to link everything down below, but it's piece as in piece of cake, for the number, and then piece as in I wish you peace crafting. So Piece for Piece Crafting Podcast. The guy's name is Michael, and he is just a creative guy. He is out of Chicago. He comes from, I don't know if he was born in Chicago, but I know that's where he lives right now. He is in the creative world. I don't know if he is currently still a dancer, but he at least used to be, but he still is working in that world. Michael only has 3 episodes up, so you can go ahead and check him out. I learned about him on Instagram. Somebody shouted him out. He's a knitter and a crocheter. He is mostly knitting these days, but he is adventurous. He's made 4 sweaters this year, and this was his first sweater was made this year, and he went on to make 3 more. So check Michael out. He's incredible. So here I have begun to make my cards. I have a mat that I'm putting on there, and I'm going to be I'm trying to place this little button, and that little piece right there that says love and peace, that was a set of cards that I got, I believe, from Michael's. And you just see how easy it is to just make a card, because you have all these elements. And so this one's going to be super simple, and if you have Project Life cards, you can do the same kind of thing. So that's what I'm doing there. So anyway, just using different elements, a few embellishments, but trying to keep it as simple as possible. Anyway, check out Michael at Piece for Piece Crafting Podcast. He's a super interesting guy to watch, and like I said, he only has 3 episodes right now, so it's easy to catch up with him. The next person I want to shout out, so what you see me doing before I shout out the next person is I'm putting holes in the card so that I can actually put yarn through and tie the Christmas button onto the front of the card. So I put the holes in, and now I'm just threading the yarn so that I can get that put through and get the button attached. But anyway, next person I want to shout out is Bev Dittmer of Dittmer Knittery, and Bev is out of Georgia. And Bev is what she brings that I think is so unique is that she does a lot of felted bags, and truly an artist. Go check her out. Like I said, everybody will be linked below. She is super supportive of other channels, specifically mine for sure, but just the things that Bev does are so interesting. Like, I don't see a lot of people doing the felted bags and things like she does, and she showcases different yarns. Like I said, she's adventurous. Bev is an accountant, so usually you look at that and you think, oh, left, what is that? Which brain? What side of the brain is creative? But you know, she is, like, to me, proof that left and right brain, doesn't matter. Everybody is creative, and I love the work that she does with her bag. So go check out Bev at Dittmer Knittery, and that will be on link down below as well. So let's see, I'm almost finished with this first card, and I think they come out beautifully. So I'm sorry I'm all janky with this little filming situation because I don't have a great setup, but I think you can see what I'm doing, so that's all that matters. And I'm just about to adhere the front of the card to the card base. And with these, I did not put in the white matting on the inside for the sentiment, but I will do that later. I'll do it off camera. Anyway, next person that I want to shout out. So yeah, I keep stopping. I finished that card. I'm moving on to the next one. This one is going to be the tent fold one, I believe, the longer way. And I'm keeping this one simple too. And I'm sorry, it's not in the frame of the camera, but I'm distressing the edges of that piece of candy stripe paper just to give it a different look. And I'm using I believe it's a Tim Holtz little distressing tool. It is an old tool that I've had forever. Because I think when I first really started crafting, I was doing a lot of this scrapbooking thing. Actually, since when my son was born, I wanted to just document everything, and I still need to do more of that. But anyway, I was just distressing that with the distressing tool. And I am off the camera again, trying to get this sparkly green tape off of the off the roll. And excuse me guys, I had that tape for a long time, but I love how it's repositionable. You see how I just pulled it right back up off of there and got it straight because it was a little bit slanted. And so I love to use washi tapes to add another bit of color. So you see I'm covering most of that up, but you will be able to see a bit of that green sparkle at the top and at the bottom. Just really keeping this one super simple. Yeah, just two more little embellishments from the pieces that I cut earlier. And yeah, I'm trying to do as much as I can with just finding pieces that say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or some type of sentiment, so that it makes the card easier to make. There's no requirement of rubber stamping, but even if you wanted to, you could just simply handwrite the sentiment if you have great handwriting. I do not have great handwriting, so that's why I'm leaning toward doing them this way. And so now I'm just, deciding what else to put on there. I'm going to adhere it to the card base using a tape roller. Got that off of Amazon. And so for this project, I'm sending out these packets to all the people that are going to participate. And the only thing they're really going to need is their creativity, glue, and scissors. And I'm not sending any of that. But yeah, so I'm just have these wooden silver snowflakes that I got from Michael's many moons ago. I think this was like for my December daily from 2016. And I still have all of these supplies, and I didn't even break out a lot of them. But yep, I just adhered that with some Tombow glue, and I think I'm calling that card finished, possibly. I think eventually I go back, and I don't know if I filmed it right now, but I eventually go back, and up there I did film it. I decided that I wanted to put some sparkle. I realized I had put these sequins out and hadn't been using them. So now I'm about to adhere some sequins to the front of the card, some Christmas colored sequins. I'm just gluing it. I'm using the tweezer to help me place them. And I'm going to try to use that rule of 3 where, you know, you put 3 of them and make basically a triangle to help the eye move around the card. It makes it a little bit more cohesive. And so I'm just placing a little sparkle here and there on these cards, specifically because the card, the mat that I used on this was very close to the color of the card base. So I just felt like I needed to use something to make it pop a little bit. And I thought the sequins were just the right touch on this. And I think I went back and put sequins on the first card as well. We'll see if I did that. So the next shout out is for Elma Clark, and her channel is called Hooks Up Needles Ready Yarn. And you guys know Elma's been on my channel and supporting me, coming on my lives for a long time, and she finally pushed the button, and her channel is great. She did her most recent video that I watched where she showed a bunch of her projects, and they are simply amazing, guys. Like, she is an adventurous creator. She knits, she crochets, she makes beautiful sweaters. Elma is a RN, a nurse. She is a mom of I think 3 littles, and so super busy. And she lives in the state of New York. So check out Elma. Her channel is fantastic, and she's done a lot of cool things, and she tries to encourage me to be more adventurous, and actually she does. The things that she's made, I want to do all of those. So I really wanted to give her a shout out. I talk about her, I shouted her out quite a bit on my lives, but I really wanted to right here just let everybody know who she is. So check her out. And I think that's going to be it for this video. I will come back with another shout out video later. But for now, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. If you have some channels that you want to make me aware of, please comment down below with some of your faves that I'm looking for, like some of the people that need our support, some of the people that are newer. I love finding new content creators. So if you have any of those that you've discovered, please comment down below with that. For now, guys, I'm going to say bye, and until we meet again, keep it crafty.